Okay, Fuego.
There's my guy.
So, are you down to do that Phoenix Fan Fusion 2019 haul video?
It's long overdue.
All right, so here we go. Let me bring it in. All right, guys, bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, there's that much stuff.
Damn, I'm stoked.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Fuego here.
And that's right, we are here to do our haul video for Phoenix Fan Fusion 2019. And we ended up with a lot more stuff than I thought we were going to end up with. So that's why,
bro.
That's why listen, the job's been going well. So I've had a little bit of extra cashish.
Hey, right.
So here we go, guys. We're going to get into all the cool stuff that we got at Phoenix Fan Fusion. And but before that, just to whet your appetite a little bit, I did receive a package
Emphasis on the H.
from our very own store. I ordered a bunch of shirts from our TeePublic site, which is down in the description box below.
Oh, but my shirt is not here because I took it for a
That's okay, I've got my example
I
of
totally
it.
took it for a Stephen King video.
Are you doing that tomorrow?
Yes.
Are you going to wear it tomorrow?
That's
funny.
For a live
All right.
show. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I put in a little order on our own store, and I wanted to show you those shirts because all of these shirts should be available on our store. I think I added these 3 new designs, but I'll tell you the designs that are for sure on there when I get to them. But this is a new horror shirt you'll be seeing. This
one is so badass status. When you were wearing this the other day, man, I was just like,
Stranger Things.
Mind blown, and you even brought it to my attention, and I was like, what?
It's a really badass shirt. So if you didn't know, it's obviously a merge between a mashup between Stranger Things and John Carpenter's The Thing cover. I love it. Love it. So that's one shirt. And if I don't have it on there, by the time I put this video up, I will have added the design to our shop. So if you click that link in the description down below, you'll see that. Here is another design. Actually, let's keep it in theme. So this is the next one. I'm a big Stranger Things fan. In case you didn't know, I've worn that Stranger Rick's shirt for like a year and a half on the channel, so much so that
a Rick and Morty kind of.
It's still Stranger Things, Stranger Rick's. So this one is a throwback to Jurassic Park.
See, that's dope. And I know how much you love Jurassic Park.
I do. I love Jurassic Park.
The perfect melding.
I love Stranger Things. I love the Demogorgon, and so the Upside Down. That's a great one right there.
Nice.
This is another one that again I will have on the show site if it isn't there yet. But I just loved this design. It's just so fun, just like a Calvin and Hobbesy sort of playground of all of our favorite horror icons. So you'll be seeing me wear all of those shirts. Now the last 2 are 2 show-specific designs.
Yeah, this one is very specific, and
yes.
It's actually kind of funny because when we were at Texas Frightmare, there was somebody who was walking around wearing this particular shirt, and I went on a hunt across the entire convention floor, and it was obviously an exclusively made shirt that was not being mass produced or whatever, but my best bud here, he made sure that
it's not a design that
it's not completely original.
No, it's not completely original, but it's not one that you can really copyright either. It is a throwback shirt, so this design is available on our store.
It's also a melding though too, man.
It is. So this is a play on the Stephen King Rules shirt that was featured on the Kid in a Monster Squad, or the Monster Squad. And this is the Sutter Kane variant, if you want to call it that, which Sutter Kane, if you are fans of In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter, then you'll know who Sutter Kane is. So this is Sutter Kane Rules, and this shirt is available in the description box at our TeePublic site down below.
Yeah.
So you can get your hands on a Sutter Kane Rules shirt right now.
I honestly cannot wait for the fervent reaction to seeing on a Hail to Stephen King episode.
I know, it's going to be really cool.
Me alleging with Sutter Kane.
Well, we'll see if people actually get it, because I showed it to both Lee and Cody, and neither of them got it, but neither of them have seen the Monster Squad.
Those guys are great, but if you haven't seen the movie, you're not going to understand the reference. You know, it's like very deep-rooted horror reference, and that's one thing that makes this show cool.
And the last one is a new design that is available on our channel as well on our TeePublic site. This is an original design. It's based on a design of our favorite show, or at least mine and Andrew Mercer's favorite animated show, Rick and Morty. So we had a friend of the show, none other than Rob Corddry, aka Rubber Soul 81.
We love Rob.
Do his version, which is basically myself and Andrew Mercer in the Rick and Morty pose. And this is our Rick and Morty themed show that's going to be airing either on the channel or on Shut Up I Like It, and I'll be putting links to it on our horror show channel. But we are going to be covering everything and anything under the Rick and Morty umbrella. We've already recorded reviews and commentaries for the first 5 episodes of the show, plus we've recorded 3 Let's Plays of the Rick and Morty VR, plus we have about 4 Rick and Morty board games that we're going to record Let's Plays of and put them out on the channel. So this is what that show is going to be called, Cecil and Mercer's Mind Blowers. And obviously in the Rick and Morty font, but we are super excited.
So I'm assuming Mind Blowers is like a show reference of some sort.
Yes, this Morty's Mind Blowers is one of the episodes in season 3, so it's a reference to that.
I haven't watched the show, so I am out of the loop with regards to that.
So that is everything that I got that was not from the actual Phoenix Film Festival. I have my shirts over here from the festival that I left.
Indeed.
So go ahead.
Well, the thing that I want to show specifically is the fact that Arthur Sudum is one of my absolute favorite just illustrators, period. And I have loved this guy ever since I saw Batman vs. Predator back in the early 90s when I was maybe like 10, 12 years old, something of that nature. And he has continued to wow doing Marvel Zombies and various other properties. But he also has various things hanging in my home, from Ash and so on and so forth. But when I saw this, it just wowed me so very much. So this is not a Dark Tower thing, but it very well could be, is the way that I basically looked at it. So this is essentially John Wayne and his character, the man with no name, from that trilogy, Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Spaghetti Westerns, man, they're badass, they're super awesome, and there's a region where Stephen King, in his creativity, derived a lot of inspiration, was from these Spaghetti Westerns in the 60s, and and 70s as well. So yeah, this is a officially signed print, which is one thing that we have to say, because Cecil and I each got bits from Dude over the course of the convention, and now he gives official signed stuff. So
certificate of authenticity, a COA.
Yeah, last time I bought stuff from him, he did not give me that sort of distinction and resale potential, I suppose, if I really wanted to, take that route. But I would never do such a thing because I love this guy so much. And the way that I describe this is, if you had Roland Deschain from the Dark Tower, it's essentially after all those, turns of the wheel, and he just keeps going over and over and over, you might start to look like this. Yeah. So anyway.
So picking up on that, I got a couple things from Arthur Swedam as well, or Swedam, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I got 2 things.
Love you, man.
One is a print of the same size, and this is, well, you know what? Before I show that, I'll show this. He is actually doing, specific to a comic book store in the Midwest somewhere. I have their information on this, but they are actually, right now DC Comics is running a series that is a horror series called Deceased, and it is going to be a 6-issue series, and every issue has a horror variant. You got one, I got you a copy of the first one, which is the It variant, and he apparently did another variant of issue 1, which is it's a parody of the original Harley Quinn Mad Love by Paul Dini comic book. So Swedam, however you say his name, did a zombie Joker variant of Deceased #1, and I had him sign it right there, and of course I got the certificate of authenticity as well. This is only available through that comic book store. If you happen to be as big a fan as me, let me at least share what that comic store is. So it is cmcomicheroU.com. This exclusive Arthur Zombie King Sweet'em variant cover is presented by Comic Madness. So Comic Madness is the comic book store you'll need to search in order to get these if you want one. Apparently, Arthur is going to be doing a specific variant cover for every issue, so I'm going to have to stay in touch to get them all myself. But that's one. Then while I was at his booth, I had to get a print as well, which is a print of, it's the uncensored version of Deceased number 2's variant cover.
You had some interesting reactions to this,
I
especially
did.
from some of the Me Too movement, sir.
So this one is the zombie version of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think that's issue number 7 when Supergirl dies, but this is the zombie version, so everyone on there is a zombified version of the DC heroes. Sorry, I can't do anything about the glare because it's in this protective case.
He's trying, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I mean, maybe I'll try and take it out so you guys can see it
cautiously.
But there you go. So that'll be less of a glare at least.
Yeah, the Superman is especially just like crazy looking to me, man.
And someone on the on my Instagram said, "Why does Supergirl have a ball gag in her mouth?" No, it's an apple.
Yeah,
it's an apple, like a roasting pig. Because they're zombies and she's the only live human left. Yeah, so they're about to eat her.
Yeah, I was going to say, Superman's neck and jaw look very similar to the scene in Brightburn where the guy got in the car accident.
Yep, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong. So go ahead, Fuego, what do you have next?
All right, so this is actually a big shout out to our friends from Nerdful Things. And is it...
Flesh of Frankenstein?
Ian is my dude, and I always forget, like, he has the separate name and everything like that. So, yes, Flesh of Frankenstein. But this was given to me before one of our panels.
Okay.
And I think
Hopefully you got something falling out there.
Well, this is actually the cheat sheet.
Okay.
This was given to me. He wanted to give it along with her to both of us, but you ran out to get the camera, remember?
Oh, okay.
It was that particular evening. So, check it out. This is basically the equivalent of a Stephen King Where's Waldo.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So there is over 50 different, characters and bits and pieces here.
Oh, you gotta put that on your set.
It is masterfully painted, and that's actually what Ian, was asking if I would do. He was like, dude, you should frame this and, put it on the Stephen King set and everything.
Thing from The Shining. That's awesome.
Yes, exactly. And so,
cool. And so is this 11 by 17 or what? You gotta get a frame for this, bro.
Sure what the framing is.
Oh, it does have a cheat sheet. Okay.
It is, and that's the cool thing. So we have a total of 171 different references on here. So
is that divisible by 19? That'd be amazing if it was.
Oh boy, I wish I could crunch the numbers real quick, but there's also Easter eggs, there's not pictured, nonfiction, all kinds of amazing things. So, shout out to both of them for...
9 times! It's 9 times comes to 171.
I can't say I'm surprised.
That's funny.
Amazing, absolutely amazing, and I just love the hell out of this, and I cannot wait to,
that'll be great.
Properly display this on the Hail to Stephen King set.
That'll go well with the thing you got at Texas Frightmare.
Exactly. So very kindly, I will reappropriate this.
Next up, we're going to show Marsha's haul.
Oh, yes.
Because Marsha got 2 cool things as well.
Good reason.
So I got a little bit of footage of it. Unfortunately, the audio didn't work, so we didn't get to hear her comments. So I'll kind of tell you what she got as I'm showing you. So the first thing she got was a friend of the show, Jay Photos, did some really cool concept art for The Haunting of Hill House. And one of the things he did concept art for was the Bent Neck Lady, which is Marsha's favorite episode of The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah. So he was kind enough to give Marsha a print of this, sort of just to a fan of the show. And so I presented her to it, and this is how she reacted. She was obviously hugely excited about it because it's an awesome, awesome print. So that's one thing.
I saw out of the corner of the window.
So the other thing that she got is at this booth that was very tempting for me because they had really cool leather-bound original book covers. And they actually had things from They had a Necronomicon cover. They had a Book of the Recently Deceased from Beetlejuice. They had a Hocus Pocus book cover. And what I'm saying covers because they're meant to hold like iPads and iPhones and things like that. But at the same place, they actually had some leather-bound versions of original fantasy books, like books that you find at the library, used copies of those books that they then take the covers off of and put their new covers on. And one of the things that they had was Labyrinth, a nice leather-bound version of the Labyrinth book. And I took Marcia over to this booth to see it, and she couldn't not get it. I mean, we won't discuss pricing, but it was an amazing copy because it actually had a reproduction of Jim Henson's notes in the back, along with some sketches of some of the creatures from Labyrinth and things like that. So it was an amazing find, and she was super excited because it was something that she knows she can read to her kids and pass down through generations and stuff. So she was super, super excited about this thing.
So was that the same booth we were looking for a potential interview, and we just
nope, different one, different booth, and also the same booth where I got this.
Show it off,
this
man.
is something I was very excited about. The other book that they had was a leather-bound, it was a small leather-bound copy, which is why I didn't get this, but it was a leather-bound copy of The Never-Ending Story, complete with the Orin on the front. It was not the big oversized book that Bastien read in the movie, but they did have something that was a little oversized. Oh, sorry to bore you. Something a little oversized.
Never-ending Story.
Shut up.
Peterson.
So this is what I got.
Let that horse die.
I got an awesome Orin from Never-Ending Story, and it is chain, and it is like, it is heavy. Solid. This thing is heavy duty.
As you mentioned on the Instagram too,
Our friend Smitty Tut had to get one when he saw the dude from the booth walking around with it. Yeah. One snake is gold, the other snake is silver, just like in the movie. I absolutely love this Orin. So this is going to be hanging in the background of episodes going forward, right behind Fuego's head where those dog tags are hanging right now. It's going to be there instead. So that is something. Now, Fuego, what's next for you?
All right. So the one thing I have to mention is that Big Chris, who was a buddy of ours, gave out this rad status bag when we actually...
Lovely tote.
Well, I mean, I bought one shirt, and he was just like, dude, take the bag. It's fine. It's fine. I was like, all right. I'm a big Masters of the Universe fan, and if I am trying amidst all of these different shirts to actually find his, yes, and it is indeed been located. Check it out. So... Bada bling, sucker. So we have the whole blood and gore aspect.
Here, I'll hold it up while you talk about it.
Yeah. So we have the blood and gore aspect, and then...
Appetite for more.
Indeed. So, yeah, we have Freddy, we have Pinhead. I mean, it's a negotiable and debatable thing about who the uttermost icons are. But, yeah, I think as far as what Axel and the gang did, yeah, that's probably pretty on point. And it just really makes me wonder how... he licenses this sort of, using these designs and all,
I don't know.
all of the other stuff, but...
It's magic.
Yeah, well, that's all it needs to be. Bottom line, this will be arms cut off and shown on various efforts from the horror show in the coming years, sir.
So you want to go shirt for shirt real quick?
Let's do it, man.
All right, so the first shirt I got is one that's appropriate for a movie that's coming out soon. Yeah. We did just get one Disney re-release of Aladdin. This is a Lion King shirt, but not what you'd expect. It's one that I absolutely had to get.
I remember. It's great.
So this is a pocket shirt.
It's so good. I love the pocket, but is it an actual pocket?
No, it's not an actual pocket.
That's the one thing.
I know, it should have been. It should have been an actual pocket. But nonetheless, it's a really cool shirt. Jesus, the 4X is a lot bigger than I thought. I'm trying to lose weight, but for now I got a 4X.
Lost weight, man. That's too big for you, man.
That's all right. It's all right. I'll still wear it for now. It'll be a good, walking around the house shirt. Because I love it. It's hilarious. And this part was so traumatic for me growing up. I absolutely love the fact that it's on a shirt. So.
No, it's Hamlet as hell, man. It's
next shirt for you, Fuegs.
All right, so the next one is going to be, well, I will just briefly glance over this. The Film Bar, Film Freaks 2017. Anyway, Film Bar is a place that we really enjoy. This was like a free shirt giveaway when I was at Zia Records. Had a...
Here, I'll hold
almost like, yeah. Zia Records basically had a makeshift store that they put up in the Arizona Center, which is right beside where the comic convention was going down at the Phoenix Comic Convention Hall, whatever. And that was cool.
Okay. So next shirt for me is I got all these shirts at the same booth. It's actually pretty funny because one of the shirts is just this shirt that I'm wearing right now is getting a little worn out. So I had to get an updated version of it. So I just got literally
the same shirt.
I got the same shirt,
well,
but look at how much blacker it is. Look at, I mean, it's the last one is worn down. It's a little bit bigger, so yeah. I don't know. I gained weight since I got this one, but I don't know. I'm losing weight now since I already got this, but I like it. It's a great Venom shirt, so I got another one. Next for you.
So this one, you were actually with me when I ran over and took a peek at it.
Oh, that's quality, though.
Yes, this is very quality in the sheer fact that, I
love the Yoshi egg as an actual xenomorph egg. That's so great.
What happened to Yoshi, man? I don't know. Red team go, red team go.
He got tired of being sacrificed by Mario.
Yeah, Mario's red team go did not work out so plentifully. And this particular, man, I wish I had their cards on hand so I could give them, like, the proper shout-out. I'm sure they're somewhere in this bag. And, well, since I don't want to...
Yeah, let's not delay things. You can search while I go through the next video or next shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so that's his. So here you go. Keep that aside.
Yeah,
so my next shirt is another one. I obviously am a big fan of Venom and Carnage. So how could I pass up a shirt that was the United States of Venom and Carnage?
Yeah, that one's really good.
This one's really cool. It's got the Venom symbol up instead of the stars and stripes. It's a black and white flag with a parental advisory. And Venom and Carnage featured. Absolutely love this shirt. Boom.
Indeed.
No luck?
Well, just taking the process. Let's look at the other shirt.
All right, next shirt.
Yes, other shirt that I got from this, folks. Well, that's not probably going to be the one.
Uh-oh, we're sliding into accent territory for Fuego. Careful.
No, I know. It's always indicative, right? So, yeah.
Another Zia Records shirt.
Who remembers Zia Records? Who remembers MTV? Who remembers the fact that,
cool.
Yeah, they actually, well, it's never been washed, and it's like, man, seeing the little wrinkly folds and stuff like that. But, yeah, Zia was big for me in the fact that, growing up in Arizona at 7th Avenue.
It's a used book, record, and movie store, essentially.
Exactly. It's where I discovered so much of the stuff that was, like, formative, film-wise, music-wise for me as a kid, and I utterly adore them, and if they're going to take on the MTV logo, why the hell not? Because MTV is certainly not what it used to be.
Truth.
And this was their exclusive design that they had specifically for the convention, and I'm glad I got that shirt for... Dude, it was not overpriced. It was like $5 for that shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
nice.
Very,
okay.
very reasonable. So
then the last shirt I got at the con, or the Fusion thing, is definitely more geek centric than horror centric. But I recently got a Nintendo Switch finally, and I am almost all the way through Zelda Breath of the Wild, and so I saw this shirt and I had to get it. It is so dope. It is Starry Night with Link in his new garb, overlooking Hyrule.
So envious.
It is so cool. I absolutely love this, and only people in the know will kind of get what it is. Art lovers that like Starry Night, and then Zelda lovers that like Breath of the Wild. Yeah. I am so in for this shirt. This is such a cool shirt.
Yeah, that's badass.
Last shirt. There you go. You.
Well, this shirt was actually one when I answered Shane Hunt's trivia question, and he was the dude who ended up on our Stephen King panel.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a worker for the Arizona State University Library. Yes, okay. And a big Cy King constant reader and stuff, and so he had a question about The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, and I remembered the initial line from that particular book. And so, yeah, it's way bigger than I can wear, but yes, shout out to those guys. But I have to say, this, it was between Troy McClure and You Finally Made a Monkey Out of Me, and this. And the fact that I work on a horror show very proudly.
Awesome.
TGIF.
That's great.
Getting together.
Thank God it's Friday.
I know, right?
That's, of course, if you didn't know, that's Urkel.
Yeah.
Sitting with Jason.
If
you somehow don't know that that's Urkel, that's who that is. Yeah. That's a really great shirt, man.
Indeed, yeah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
All right, so, do you have this? You want to get into this?
Well, there's like a few knickknacks in there. So
let's do this.
One of which is the bookmark.
One of the things that we got was really cool from a old school contributor of the show, Isaac Bell, who actually has, if I step out of the way, you'll see that his contribution... Hang on, I'm in the light. His contribution to Scarefest in 2015 is down there on the corner. And then his Killer Clown poster is up in the main studio. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, his stuff is mainly in the other room. But we got a couple of cool bookmarks from his table. Mine is this one right here, of course, Venom. I absolutely, in case you couldn't tell, I love Venom inside and out. So a Venom bookmark, and it's a metal bookmark.
Yes, that is.
So that's the nice thing. It is they're super solid bookmarks. They should last forever.
Yes.
Yours, of course.
And well, how could I resist?
Pennywise.
Well, if you can actually see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold it for you.
Kind of. Yeah, there we go. Mina. Yes, maniacal looking, massive, nasty, and yes, it will serve me well on my journey along the path of the beam. Thanks, everybody.
All right. So next, I will go ahead and go through. I have comics and trades.
Yes.
So first, I'll show some trades.
Beaten,
so here we go. The first set is 2 trade paperbacks from a guy, and I love going to Comic-Cons for independent comic books because it's stuff that you're not going to get at most stores. It's stuff you probably won't even know about otherwise.
Yes,
and
let's
so
look through the cracks, man.
He has 2 volumes of something called Kodoja. Now, the really cool thing about this is it is a kaiju book. So the very first one is this giant monster Kodoja has to fight a giant Cthulhu creature that has risen. It is a black and white book, but there's some really, really cool art, as you can see, like some big kaiju sort of instances going on throughout this whole book. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that giant flying creature in a 2-page spread there that looks really dope. Like, so the kaiju aspect obviously very in vogue now with Godzilla King of the Monsters now out. So he did two volumes of it. So the cool thing is he actually also has a soundtrack on CD that is a score that you can put on while you're reading the comic. Yeah, I love that.
Dude, that is just going the extra length to really just get you in the vibe and the mood, and I appreciate the hell out of that.
It looks like the work is by Big Pimp Jones. That's who does the music.
You, Big Pimp Jones.
But yeah, just to give proper credit, this was written by Keith Foster. Written by Keith Foster. Art by Rory Smith, art direction by Lance Pilgrim, and trade cover by Jess Hara. So I actually got it signed by the writer Keith Foster.
Pilgrim.
Yeah, so this was really cool. So those were the 2 trades I got, or 2 of the trades I got. Where did I put that? There we go. The soundtrack. I just want to go ahead and put it in here so that way I keep it all together. The other trade I got was a collected series that I picked up from Devil's Due Comics, who have, Devil's Due Publishing is what they used to be called. Now they're Devil's Due Comics, but they put out a book called Lord of Gore. And that spoke to me as soon as I saw the cover. So I started to flip through it.
Slimy, sir.
And you got some really cool stuff that you see, but the people that were at the booth basically explained it as, what if Jason actually appeared in our world and started killing the people that made the Jason movies. Yeah. So that's what this is about. So this slasher that movies have been made about comes to our world and starts killing the people that made his movies.
And I love that meta aspect.
Outstanding meta
aspect. That approach is super flippin' cool.
So then we get to the regular issues. This is where things got a little crazy for me. So the first 5 issues that I picked up were literally the first booth that I took notice of. Again, I'm a big Venom fan, in case you couldn't tell. So there was one poster.
Was that the one Sarah recommended to you?
It was this one. It was the guy that had an original character called Bat Bear, and he had a character called Poison that was obviously a Venom throwback. So this dude made 3 different issues of his own comic called Bat Bear. So it's basically if a bear were Batman. So that's Bat Bear number 1. That's Bat Bear number 2 with Super Bear guest starring. And then this is Bat Bear number 3 with Poison, the Venom analog, along with Dead Bear, who is a Deadpool bear. Interesting. Or Wonder Bear. They call him Wonder Bear, but he's clearly a Deadpool thing.
Sure, why
The other two comics that this guy had at his booth were the ones that really caught my eye.
Yeah, I was about to say this one in particular.
So this one is The Walking Dead Pooh.
Yeah.
So this is what if The Walking Dead broke out in the 100 Acre Wood. So all, Kanga and Rue and Eeyore and Tigger, all of them show up in this.
It's so awesome.
It's a little out there. I had high hopes for it, and unfortunately relied on a joke that it told over and over again in different ways, which was basically, hey, we only have like 19 pages to tell this story.
Yeah, beat the red-headed
dead. It was a bit
horse,
of a bummer.
I suppose, but
the other one that took my notice, again, Venom fans. So this was the only time I had seen a My Little Pony Venom crossover, and not only that, but he crossed over Nightmare Before Christmas, so there's a Jack Skellington pony as well. So this is called My Vicious Little Venomous Ponies, number 1. And it's called My Vicious Little Venomous Ponies and the Magical Friendship Zombies. So that's what this was about. And this one was actually, I read this and The Walking Dead Pooh. So yeah, I read The Walking Dead Pooh and the My Little Vicious Venomous Ponies. Those were actually both entertaining. The Walking Dead Pooh was a little bit one note with the same joke over and over. But yeah, the My Vicious Little Venomous Ponies was the best one, I think.
Okay.
That was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed that book. So these again are what you can get when you go to independent comic creators at a convention. So finally, the last few things that I got are, one of them was a little bit pricey.
Now I recall what this was.
Last year during the Halloween craze, I did a review of 3 different Halloween comic book series that had come out. One of the things that I found out was that there was an issue that I didn't have. There's a few issues I didn't have because it was in an off time when I wasn't collecting comics. One of them was a book called The Untold Tales of Halloween. And there was a specific foil cover that is very hard to get your hands on. And one of the people at the convention happened to have it.
What?
So I have the foil cover of Untold Tales of Halloween, number 1. And it's even got its certificate of authenticity printed on the back of the foil cover because it's one of very few copies. So I haven't read this yet. I will be doing a review of this, and it will come out this Halloween.
Talk about insane acquisitions, man.
Indeed.
Dedication.
Now, the last thing that I was super excited about, and I only found out about this because shout out to Screaming Soup, right? People that we met at Mad Monster in Charlotte. Very briefly, yeah. They put out a review about 3 or 4 years ago of all of the Chucky comic books. And I thought they were just going to review the Devil's Due books that we were going to be reviewing for this coming month. But it turns out there was actually a Child's Play series in the early 90s that goes between Child's Play 2 and 3. There were 5 issues that were not... like, the only horror comics that I don't want to get are the, basically the Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. The ones that actually just tell the stories of the movies. Yeah. I don't care about those adaptations. And that's one thing I like the original stories.
Yeah, and that's one thing Sarah, bless your heart, from Geeks Who Eat, she was like, yeah, but I love having those. And we're like, well, if it's a story...
The movies are done better.
Yeah, if it's an expanded story like you see in some of the Star Wars shizzle or some of the horror stuff, that's fine. Give me some, I don't know, additional little stuff to chew on. But
yeah, so I found out by watching that Screaming Soup review that there was a 5-issue Child's Play series, and Sarah pointed me in the direction of a booth that had some, and they actually had Child's Play number 3.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Which is a great Ghostbusters cover parody. It's awesome.
I love it.
And then Child's Play number 4, and this one, if I'm not mistaken, this is about other storybook characters and dolls trying to kill Chucky in this one.
Well, and also look at the Candyland lettering, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah. And really then, just for transparency's sake, after getting these, I tracked down issue number 1, issue number 2, and issue number 5 on eBay, and they are all on their way to me. So you can expect a review of these going up before the new Child's Play movie goes up in about 3 weeks. So that is all the comics I got, Fuego. Do you want to talk about this thing?
We have a little bit of love from Smitty Tut, and the great thing about him is that he bestows us things when we're least expecting it.
Including this batarang. Yeah. Those batarangs right there.
Yeah, which you see right back there. One is more of a contemporary Batman, the other is more of almost Is it Batman Beyond, or is it just like his own interpretation?
I'm not sure. I hesitate to say.
I'm not so sure either. But yeah, my girlfriend was like basically looking at this, and she was like on his set and was like, "What the hell? Like, this is dope." And she had seen the most recent version of Mad Max,
Fury Road.
Yeah, Fury Road and everything, and it's like, okay, the director is taking his time away from doing Happy Feet and all that other stuff. George Miller, you know, didn't do a Justice League film, unfortunately, but yeah, so she was enamored with this and just taking a peek at it, and you know, it's funny because Smitty Tup is even like, that's a fully functional brander, man. If you just heated it up properly, you could just like see.
You could brand. He's like, you could brand a steak. You can brand a person. You can brand a baby.
So all of us were very intriguingly standing there and listening and stuff. And he bestowed that upon Katie, and she was like, I think I need to give this to the show.
Yeah,
I don't.
It was a nice contribution.
I don't need to hold on to this.
But it's really cool. It's an awesome straight up brander. And you just heat that up, and you can brand your steak with Fury Road, and you know, just spray your mouth with chrome, and you can have at it.
You can have a lovely day.
Yeah, what a lovely day! All right, so that leads us to, I think, our last items.
Ooh,
am I wrong?
Indeed.
All right, so now this is something that we have actually looked at for numerous events, because this gentleman was at Phoenix Fan Fest last year, or Phoenix Comic Fest last year. He was also at Game On Expo.
Yeah, he was at Game On, and that's where I took note of him.
Okay, so I saw him both places, and I asked him about these things both times, and I just never followed through because I didn't have the money at the time.
Well, and that's where Cecil and I are both serial killers, to a degree.
Fair enough. So this guy basically did prints of cereal boxes with characters that you know and love of cereals that don't actually exist, along the lines of your Count Choculas, your Boo Berries, and your Frankenberries, all that stuff, okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Tool, I Hope You Choke, I Hope You Choke on your cereal, yes. Maybe
so we got a few of them. I had to get my hands on 4. Fuego got his hands on 1 for his Hail to Stephen King set, but let's show them to you. So we'll start with the less horror one. Actually, let's just start with the theme that everyone knows. I've been saying the entire episode, I love Venom so much.
Your shirt too,
and there is a Symbiotes cereal with Eddie Brock, and there's like the toy is a Carnage toy in there. And the nice thing about, so the print is just the box cover. The reason I wanted the boxes is because he went to the actual distance of printing the nutritional information, some fun activities on the back, some other boxes. So you got Spider-Gwen bites and Spidey-O's. And I'm guessing this is the artist, Jaime and Ed.
And that's the only bummer aspect, I suppose, is that if you're putting it on a set and it's not like being 3D.
Well, you can rotate it, though. You can always change it around and stuff like that. Yeah. But the fact that you at least have that to show as opposed to just the cover, and even the box top, it's symbiotes, and then the bottom one is I did the black one on the bottom, so symbiote bites. Eddie Brock's symbiote bites.
Yes.
So that's the first one. I'll show another one, and then we'll show yours and the last one.
Yeah.
So this one,
we can do ours simultaneously because we each have one.
So this is obviously, again, big Rick and Morty fan, and this is one I couldn't pass up: the Scary Terry Berries. So it is very Tricks. Free inside has the this little Rick and Morty watch.
I love Tricks.
So
Tricks are a kid.
It also has the nutritional information. Has some other ones, including the eye hole cereal, and I can't even read what that one is. Oh, the Strawberry Squiggles, the one where the dude will literally cut open your stomach to get his Strawberry Squiggles back from you.
What a silly rabbit.
And then on the back, a little bit of Rick and Morty fun stuff from the Get Swifty episode. But yeah, so Scary Terry Berries is another good one. You're going to see all of these rotating. And by the way, I did assemble all of these. And not only that, but I took some cereal, put them in a Ziploc bag, so all of these have the cereal inside.
You had to assemble these?
Oh yeah, I had to assemble. They were all just flat. I had to assemble these. I went and got a glue stick from the dollar store.
Oh my god!
I spent some time with this, bro. Yeah.
Well, they look great, man.
Thank you. Well, I took the time to do it.
Very nicely done.
All right. So do we want to do this one together and then do this one, or you want me to show me this and then do this one together? Well,
I mean, I was gonna say since I haven't got to show one yet, and then you can cap things off.
Okay.
With a
go ahead. We'll do this together. Yes. But you go first.
So this is one that obviously caught my eye, and Cecil wanted one as well himself. So we have Dairy's Penny Bites, now with more red balloons.
That's awesome, now with more red balloons. So it's like the clovers and moons, except it's just red balloons as the marshmallows.
Yeah, which is a good precursor to the upcoming film and everything. Nutrition facts.
Big balloon on the
I'm
side.
actually wondering if there's any like fun little Easter eggs down here. No, they seem to be like traditional.
I like that the back of the box is a maze, a sewer maze of Pennywise. Yes. So that's really cool. I like that. That's really neat.
Super cool.
How fast can you solve the puzzle is what it says. But that's why, again, I think it's worth... I think the prints were 15 and these were like 20. So I think the 20 is worth it for the set piece and for the whole sort of cereal box aesthetic.
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, this is something that's going to go on the Hail to Stephen King set and will sit there for, hopefully, like a long time to come. So... Yeah.
Now, the last one is one that it makes so much sense.
It's a biggie.
It's perfect, and it is appropriate.
It's insanely clever, too.
Of course, the Chucky Charms.
Yeah.
So there's a good guy doll that you can get as a part of it, but yeah, it's Chucky instead of Lucky Charms.
I was going to say, who voices the Chucky
He'll be
Charms?
your friend of the end. A friend of the end. And it even says General Kills instead of General Mills. Whole pain instead of whole grain. It says whole pain is always the #1 ingredient.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at that. That's awesome. Instead of whole grain is the #1 ingredient, whole pain. That's so dupe. Did I miss
General Kills is like beyond legit.
Oh, I didn't even realize this Rick and Morty one was Spot the Differences. That's cool.
Check it out.
I like that, dude. This one looks like a straight up General Mills cereal. And so on the side, again, you have the nutritional information. On this side, you have a bit more the Good Guys cereal that has the back on there. Also try Good Guys cereal. So, I don't know, man. I absolutely love this. I think these were a very worthwhile investment, and they're going to be fun parts of our set. Oh, and I didn't even show the back, actually. The back was... collect all Good Guy action trading cards. So.
Yeah, how many can you collect without being killed?
So there you go, guys. I mean, I think that finally covers everything, right?
Yes. Who wants in the cage?
I did wave in the truck at the beginning. I knew it was going to be a long one.
Indeed. And yes, I think we have stuff that's going to bring coolness to the channel and even, further, background coolness as well.
Indeed. So why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below which of the things was your favorite. I'm curious if anyone is going to try and get their hands on any of this stuff, but let us know in the comments down below. While you're down there, click the like button if you enjoyed this haul video, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, along with everything else that we do under the horror umbrella. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
And Kristopher and Jaime Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.